Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we're trying to do today is we are playing Golgari Citadel. So Golgari Citadel, based around Bolas Citadel, as well as just playing a lot of really good Golgari cards here in this deck. So Bolas Citadel, 6 for mana cost, legendary artifact. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play the top card of your library. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its converted mana cost rather than pay its mana cost. Crazy. We can play tons of spells here. Of course, if you run into too many lands, that's an issue. That's why we're partly playing a bunch of Explorer creatures, as well as just wanting to make sure we gain life with Wild Growth Walker, where we can play some things, gain lots of life, and keep being able to play more and more things with Bolas Citadel. You can also tap it, sack 10 non-land permanents. Each opponent loses 10 life. So that is one game plan. Just kind of win by getting lots of permanents, sacking them, making them lose that 10, 20 life between 2 turns. And then otherwise, we are trying to go crazy here with this deck, doing a bunch of other super fun things like Command the Dreadhorde, and just kind of play our value town of Wild Growth Walker, our Merfolk Branch Walkers, Jadelight Rangers, Psychic Squire, to make sure we're exploring, getting some life gain with Wild Growth Walker. I was debating on bringing in one Path of Discovery. It'd be really spicy, but I wanted to make sure that we were playing some of our newer cards like Death Sprout, Storev, the Bontu, and God Eternal Ronus. So these work really well with things like Command the Dreadhorde, which can bring a bunch of creatures back from the graveyard, does deal damage based on converted mana cost to us. But if we can be getting back a Wild Growth Walker with Jade Lights, a couple other things, and maybe one good creature from theirs, we can definitely pay for that and still get a lot of value here. And so that is part of our deck. Is we're okay if we end up losing our Wild Growth Walker on the board, because we can get it back with things with our Command the Dreadhorde or our Storev. And so there's ways to get it back, as well as with our lands. We have a 1 Memorial to Folly as well. But let's go ahead and get into the gameplay. Oh, one other thing too, Dreadhorde Invasion, really good with God Eternal Bontu, where we have something we can sack. It's another way that we can be gaining enough life, hopefully to get us to the Bolas Citadel. The only issue with this is that we do end up losing a lot of life along the way. So I decided to go ahead and test this out. This deck I haven't played at all yet. This is just kind of throwing a bunch of good Golgari stuff together. They were the main colors I feel like I hadn't played yet so far, and so I wanted to try it out. And so I just threw this together, and I actually think this is going to be pretty good. So let's go ahead and get into the gameplay, see how it goes, and wish me luck. We're up against Kinder Surprise. Bring it on, Kinder. And we are playing Golgari Citadel and seeing how this goes. Well, we have Llanowar turn 1 into some good creatures, so we're going to keep it. Hopefully get to the spawn 2, draw cards, try to find our Citadel, maybe some more lands. Of course, we want to get up to 5 mana for that first. There's a Bolas Citadel. All right, so we have our game plan. Find a Wild Growth Walker is game plan number 1, and keep this thing alive. All right, so has cast down for the Llanowar. That's fine. And that's a Wild Growth Walker, so we will play the Walker. Hopefully they got rid of their only removal spell. Let's pray. Cross your fingers. Yay? Nay? Oh, no. I was debating on holding on to it for a turn there just to see. Llanowar into... Let's go ahead and Merfolk Branch Walker. We will pay the 2 life. We want to try to find land here. Very important. So we want to try to get something down. There we go. So we do find land. Pass the turn. All right, Ravenous Chupacabra. Man, they just have all sorts of removal. This is just Orzhov removal, it looks like. So, yay, that's fun. Llanowar lets us get to Bontu. If we find land, we can also get to Bolas Citadel. So this could be very good for us. So, Seeker Squire, go. What do we find on top? Land. Jadelight Ranger can help us find more land. Let's keep it on the library. And no attacks. I'm a little bit worried about Ravenous Chupacabra coming back. There's a lot of ways to get him back from the graveyard nowadays. Tithe Taker, okay. Mortify kills the Llanowar. That's fine, I guess. All right, bring down Jadelight. All right, well, we found some lands. All right, so we get down Bolas' Citadel next turn. This is going to be my first time playing it, so hopefully it's as good as it looks, because it looks super fun to play. Bontu, really fun here as well. All right, brings down History of Benalia, has some removal. All right, well, we're going to get down this Bolas' Citadel, get some value as quick as we can off of it. All right, so Merfolk Branchwalker takes some damage. We already played a land here. Actually, we get the land. And we have another land on top, so that's fine. So next turn, Bantu lets us draw a lot of cards too. We can play that if we find another land on top, something that we don't want. Hopefully find a Merfolk Branchwalker, or a Wildgrowth Walker, I mean, so we can start doing more stuff. So let's say no attacks. We actually want to sack stuff while we can. I've seen a lot of different versions of this. Some that are just looking at the top card of your library. You can remove it, do a bunch of really cool things. We're not necessarily going for that game plan here. We don't want to lose a lot of our guys, so we can at least draw with Bantu. We will trade off, though. We don't want to lose too much life either. Let's kill the Tithe Taker. Take 2. I don't want the Chupacabra back in the graveyard. I feel like they're going to have a way to bring it back. All right, so Command the Dreadhorde is kind of interesting. We can bring back a Wildgrowth Walker. We end up taking a lot of damage here, though. And we can't play it if we draw it with Bantu, so we have to play it here. So Command the Dreadhorde. Our graveyard, we're going to grab Wildgrowth Walker, Seeker Squire, Merfolk Branchwalker. So we're taking 6, so we're going to go down to 2, and then we're going to gain 6 life. So this is a little bit scary, but Smith 3, so down to 6, down to 2, gain some life. Got a land off the top. Liliana. Let's go ahead and... Oh man, let's keep it on the library. Let's keep on the library. We're actually going to draw here. I feel like we should have gone for something else there. So, Forest, God Eternal Bantu. Sack here, sack here. J-Light could be good to grab again as well. We don't have a way to make that happen just yet. Let's just draw 2 cards. Okay, Seeker Squire is good. So we get to get the land off the top here. Gain 3 more life. What do we have on top? Land. All right, so no attacks past the turn. We're up to 11 life. And it's working kind of so far. It's been a little bit awkward running. Mortify kills the Wildgrowth Walker. That's bad. And with this deck, instead of going just for the kill with the Bolas Citadel, I wanted to still have a way to kind of go more stompy. We're not going wide enough against this deck, but we're at least stonewalling them. So let's play the Forest. That's not good. All right, we get to draw some cards here with Liliana, so play Liliana. Let's make them sacrifice some stuff. Let's sacrifice... I'm thinking J-Light actually might be better in our graveyard, so go ahead and get rid of the J-Light. We can have ways of getting it back. We get to draw a couple cards here. 2 lands, another Bolas Citadel. What? All right, Dreadhorde Invasion. We have so many lands. Decline. That's really awkward. That was kind of weird that they did that. So they can swing through with the Spirit here. Let's go ahead and we need to get in some damage. So swing in with Bantu. They can't block, down to 15. Decline again. I think they just have to make sure before they pass, if we want to cast that, it gives us the chance to. So the other thing here too is if they do swing in, so they do have the D-Spark. All right, if they did swing in, we can swing with Bantu. All right, they gain life. I was going to say Bantu into Bolas' Citadel can give us a shot here.
This is child's play.
Gets rid of our Wildgrowth Walker. We cannot get it back now. Down to 9. Dreadhorde Invasion down to 8. What do we have on top? All right, play the Guild Gate. Man, we would love... There's a Wildgrowth Walker. All right, can we go off here? Cast down. Cast down the Knight. Oh, another Wildgrowth Walker. We can't play anything after that, so I don't think it's quite worth it here. How many permanents do we have? So next, swing for 7. And Bolas Citadel. Let me use Bolas Citadel. Why can't I tap this to use its Citadel? Full control. Is there a reason why I can't do this? Am I missing something? Oh, what's happening? Alright, Bolas Citadel doesn't seem to be working. Like, that is what we need to do to win. Is play the stinking Bolas Citadel. That we cannot do. Alright, so if they hit us here, we can no longer play a Jadelight Ranger. That is an issue. We also take 1 here to the Dreadhorde Invasion. So it actually was very smart of them to hit us there. I don't know why we can't play this Bolas Citadel. We have so many permanents. Alright, play Wild Growth Walker. Play Seeker Squire. Gain some life. There we go. Alright, so opponent does scoop it up, but we had them with the Bolas Citadel, and I have no idea why that wasn't working. Alright, up against Otter. Bring it on, Otter. So what I've been noticing with the Citadel is that we cannot be playing it whenever we're lower on life. Which this deck, we still can be losing a little bit too much life to get too much value. It is still sometimes worth risking, because even with 6 life, you know, we can do a lot of stuff, right? Pay 2 life, play Llanowar, and say hello. How are you, Otter? We get down a wild Jadelight Ranger next turn. Hopefully find a Wild Growth Walker. That'd be amazing. It's amazing. Alright, Wild Growth Walker. No attacks. Pass the turn. I was debating if it was going to be worth trading there. Alright, Wayward Swordtooth. This might be a mirror match. Wayward Swordtooth with Citadel works really well as well. So Jadelight Ranger. Murder could be useful, but it's not... might have been useful there. Alright, swing in. Cannot block. Cannot block. Alright, down to 16. Pass the turn. Nissa. Whew, Nissa's bad. We can kill Nissa here because Wayward Swordtooth cannot block. We can murder their land. Kill the Nissa. Oh, can they play more stuff here? Alright, so... murder the land. Do they have some way to something to play here? No. All right. Seeker Squire. Grow the Wild Growth Walker, just in case we need to. Now that we're gaining this much life too, it's really good. All right, so kill the Nissa. All right, getting rid of Nissa, so important here. We probably need a little bit more removal in this deck. Maybe Ravenous Chupacabra is good to have. I replaced it with the Storev, just trying to play that out, see how it goes. Jadelight Ranger, probably our best play still here. I really like the idea of trying out this Bantu, but I don't think it's as good. So Jadelight Ranger. See what else is on top. Command the Dreadhorde is really good. Keep on the library. So now even if they kill our stuff, we can bring it back very easily. They know that too. So yeah, opponent scoops it up. Because they might have been able to kill like our Jadelight Ranger or something like that as a good block, but we were just going way too off there. So that is the other side of this deck, is just making sure that we go crazy with our creatures, which we have a lot of really good creatures. Not too shabby. All right, up against Yuna. Bring it on, Yuna. And we are playing our Golgari Citadel deck. And, yeah. I mean, Llanowar turn 1, lots of explore stuff to try to find our lands. And so we have mana fixing, hopefully, here. Or we go digging for good stuff. All right. Let's get down Merfolk Branchwalker. It can do more damage early game, so I like it as a turn 2 play. Down to 19 past the turn. And Seeker Squire are pretty good if we are against a more aggressive deck. Alright, let's just play the Swamp that we got. Play Seeker Squire. I'm not sure how much we want to commit to this board. Command the Dreadhoard's pretty good. I will keep that in the library. That can bring, let us bring a lot of stuff back if they do kill it. Alright, swing in. I'm not sure if I want to overcommit to this board. If they have like a Cry of the Canarium here or something like that, could be pretty annoying. All right, Thief of Sanity. Okay, so we don't have a blocker for the Thief. So swing in, swing in. All right, down to 12. Let's play Bantu. Sack and sack. Draw 2 cards. All right, so we have God Eternal Ronus, which gives us lethal on board. They don't have any other blockers or any way to kill our stuff. It gives us lethal. So Hostage Taker takes the Bantu. Okay. That's annoying. Yeah, so take action. We will put it here instead of into exile. So Hostage Taker exiles it, but they don't actually get to keep it because it was exiled from the battlefield, which will let us trigger the ability. So they get to take the Bantu there, though. So yeah, that's annoying. But at least they didn't get anything else. We do lose out on the murder, though. Trying to think the best way we can win. I don't think we need to command the Dreadhorde here. Let's play Overgrown Tomb tapped. Ronus, I like it better if we can actually get the ability. So let's go ahead and Branchwalker. Getting all of our lands, which is what Explore does. We know that they can get this anyway, so let's actually put it to the graveyard. And no attacks. Because we can get stuff from the graveyard. We cannot, however, get stuff... Man, This is a very interesting... I like the Command the Dreadhorde. It only works if we actually have ways of beginning life, like a Sorin. Maybe Sorin could go pretty well into this deck, actually.
What a mess I made.
Lost some more lands. Well, that's grand. So Ronus lets us swing in for quite a bit of damage. We can kill Sorin, possibly. Or we can absolutely kill Sorin. Is it worth what we're wanting to do, though? We can command the Dreadhorde, place Ronus on the next turn. It's a little bit greedy, but then we might have lethal. So we're going to try for that. Command the Dreadhorde. 1, 2, and 3. It's a lot of damage to us. Down to 8. Explore a million. Graveyard. I guess we could keep everything on just to have more power. Ronus. We don't want to give them a Ronus. Go graveyard. Graveyard. I guess we just throw everything to the graveyard. It's kind of awkward. No attacks. Pass the turn. Again, we just don't want to give them any blockers, so I was trying to get rid of anything that could block. They do have lifelink here. This Ronus gives us a ton of power. Down to 7. We know that they have a Bantu. Do they have a board wipe here? Hero of Precinct 1, okay. Oh my goodness. Alright, what do they take? The Seeker Squires? Okay. That's very annoying. They're gonna have to block some of our creatures here, though, still. All right, so bring down Ronus. We're just trying to trade off as favorably as we can here. We probably lose our Llanowar. Everything has Vigilance, but does not have Trample. Yeah, kills with Deputy of Detention. Probably blocks here with one of them. Can block here in their Branch Walker. And are they going to take 12? Okay, so they do block one with Hero. I'm not sure if this gives us a shot. We have to go Graveyard with that. We cannot survive it. That was our best way of getting stuff back too, though. I think that we're just done. The Deputy of Detention hurt a lot there. And the Hero, just their whole play there. I really like this Esper deck, though. It's such a fun deck that they're playing here. But it's good. Gets to bring back Hero. And the more blockers they have, the worse things get. So I think that we're just done here. I can't think of anything else we can bring out. You know, we can bring out Bolas Citadel, and if its ability works, we can tap down and sack to kill stuff. So that is probably our best chances. We top deck a Bolas Citadel and play it, and just hope that they didn't have it in these cards here. Hope they don't find it here. Okay, so one Bolas Citadel goes to the graveyard. The odds are very not in our favor. Yeah, so that's the game. They have enough to swing past. Oh my goodness, that was frustrating. That Thief of Sanity does work. We milled over our removal as well. Pretty bad. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. Sorry if it was a little bit wonky. I had a limited amount of time that I could actually record today, but I really like this deck. I built it really quick, kind of threw it together. Bolas Citadel, pretty fun. I'm not sure if I was doing something wrong. Sacrifice 10. Oh, non-land permanents. I kept misreading that. All right, we figured out what was wrong with Jeff. Non-land permanents. And each opponent loses 10 life. Man, okay, so I definitely misread that. So we never had 10 non-land permanents. But overall, the deck is super fun. I think I would kind of rework it to try to find ways to make sure we are gaining life more consistently. It works really well with Wildgrowth Walker if we keep it out, but so many people have so much removal here. Dreadhorde Invasion was a little bit awkward with it as well. Maybe just more ways to gain life, bring out some other creatures. Maybe go into another color so that we can have more life gain like white, because it's so good. With Sorin gives all of our creatures, like with God Eternal Ronus, could just gain us a ton of life and let us go crazy with Citadel. So there's some pretty fun stuff we can do with this. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.